Hello everyone, Ryan here. So I just watched Batman Ninja, and it is a DC Comics animated movie. I guess actually this one leans more towards the anime style. Of course, by anime I mean Japanese anime. It starts off with the character Gorilla Grodd. And if you're not familiar with the DC universe, Gorilla Grodd is this super intelligent gorilla. And so in this movie, it starts out where he's just, he's just activated some kind of time machine that he created, which is called like the Quake machine or something like that. And he turns it on, and I guess it starts malfunctioning, and around the same time, I guess, Gorilla Grodd, he had gathered a lot of other villains, familiar villains, like the Joker, Two-Face, Penguin, Poison Ivy, Bane. So they were all gathered in the same place, and Batman was also there along with Robin and Nightwing, also Red Robin, which I'm not exactly sure if he's supposed to be. I don't know, he's a different version of Robin. But anyway, so when this Quake machine, the time machine thing, starts malfunctioning, and everybody gets pulled into this like wormhole of some kind. And Batman is the last to go because he hangs on to Gorilla Grodd, and or actually I believe Gorilla Grodd grabs Batman and delaying him by a couple seconds. But then eventually they both get pulled into the wormhole as well. So, and then they're all transported to ancient Japan. The exact year is never given. I mean, I don't remember seeing any exact year given, but if I had to guess, I would say maybe, I don't know, 1300s, 1200s, maybe even 1100s, but I think maybe 1200s at the earliest. I don't know. That's just me making an educated guess. I mean, based on different things they talk about, because eventually Batman, he realizes that the different villains who got transported before him, they had already been living in ancient Japan for a period of 2 years. So Batman didn't show up until 2 years after all the villains did. And that gave them enough time to establish, I guess, their own, I want to say following. Because then what happens is then they have the Japan ends up being divided into different sections, which I believe did actually occur in Japan at one point. But in this, it's you have the Joker is ruling over one section of Japan, or I guess kind of one city or district or area. I don't know what they call it. And then you have Two-Face ruling over another part of Japan. Penguin again ruling over another part. Same goes with Poison Ivy. Also, Deathstroke, the character Deathstroke, is in it too. And so yeah, Batman finds this out, and then also he's pretty much almost instantly greeted by Catwoman, of course, aka Selena Kyle. And she fills him in on what's going on. And also too, Alfred is also there, of course, Bruce Wayne's butler. Alfred got sucked into the wormhole as well because Alfred was outside, I guess, waiting in the Batmobile. So Alfred and the Batmobile got sucked into the wormhole too. Which I thought was kind of interesting, but also kind of cool. So then Batman, he decides to take on the Joker because the Joker has this like evil master plan to become, the ruler, or I don't know, emperor of some kind. Just he has plans to dominate all the areas of Japan, thus eventually becoming the one ruler of Japan, I guess. But also too, Gorilla Grodd also has the same plans, except that he goes about it in a much more clever way, and which makes sense because he's a super intelligent gorilla. I mean, in fact, I think Gorilla Grodd, his IQ is supposed to be like definitely way off the charts. So I mean, he's definitely probably smarter than maybe even like almost the entire human race combined, or something like that. Or I mean, I'm talking about intelligence-wise. When it comes to IQ ratio, or I don't know how that's measured. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to give away too many details, but it is pretty clever the way Gorilla Grodd goes about enacting his evil master plan. Because essentially all the other villains, they just become like pawns, and even the Joker too. Even though he fights back against Gorilla Grodd, he puts up a pretty good fight, but still ultimately Joker, is also just another pawn, and gets used, and then of course there is a really cool showdown between Joker and Batman. They do it like samurai style with the swords and all that, which is definitely pretty cool. I definitely like that. I've always been interested in anything to do with like samurai stuff, and so I like seeing that. I mean, there was like one interesting part in this movie where the animation style changes a little different. It changes up, and it was pretty cool because it came off as like artsy, but also not too artsy. And it was very cool. I mean, I guess it reminded me of like much more of like very early anime style kind of thing. And yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just because I don't really watch a lot of anime, but maybe I should. I mean, after seeing this, it's, but it's just like I've never been into like the cutesy anime stuff, and I've always preferred more action-based kind of stuff, or even sci-fi kind of stuff. But yeah. So then, and as far as the rest of the movie goes, there really wasn't any one scene that I didn't like. So I'm trying to think, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there wasn't really any one scene that I didn't like. I will say there was like one scene that I kind of felt like they ripped off from the Power Rangers, really from any version of the Power Rangers, but I guess more, well, I guess technically it would be like a ripoff from the original Power Rangers, but I know the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ripped off the Japanese version, I believe. So then I guess it made sense because this is also like supposed to be a Japanese anime style Batman movie. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, if you're familiar with Power Rangers, I'm sure you can guess, what I'm talking about is. But yeah, it just seemed like a ripoff And also, like, there's no explanation as to how this awesome technology came about, other than just, Gorilla Grodd, he was responsible for it. Because, I mean, hey, he's a super intelligent gorilla. He built a time machine that malfunctioned. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Overall, I guess I give it a rating of... I give it a rating of, like, 8.5. Maybe 9 at the most, but definitely 8.5 out of 10. Yeah. 8.5 out of 10. And that's mostly because, I like the storyline. I like the animation style. Again, it's supposed to be like Japanese anime style. I want to say, I guess this was originally released as in Japan, so there's a Japanese version, and now there's an English version, which was just released sometime this year. It was back in April this year, so yeah, I wasn't even aware of it until like one day, like I was at a gas station, and some guy noticed I was wearing a Batman shirt, and he commented, he's like, "Hey, cool shirt, man." And then he said, like, "Oh, by the way, have you seen Batman Ninja yet? That's pretty cool." I was like, "No, I haven't seen it." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you should check it out." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And like a couple of days later, I went to my local library and I saw they had a copy of it. I was like, "Oh, this is what that guy told me about." So, so yeah, there you go. Word of mouth promotion. It's still alive and well in this day and age. So that's it for my review of Batman Ninja. Again, I give it 8.5 out of 10. I do recommend watching it if you're a DC Comics fan, DC Universe fan, if you're a Batman fan, if you're a Joker fan, I don't know, if you're a Catwoman fan, Poison Ivy fan, but yeah, that's, or if you're a fan of Japanese anime and you want to see what it would look like, what an animated Batman movie would look like in the style of Japanese anime, then yeah, I definitely recommend watching this at least once. So yeah, once again, I'll do it. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. As always, till next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.